South Carolina, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. South, not north. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for being here today. Gentlemen, I believe in the power of the free market. I believe in entrepreneurship. I believe in risk. I believe in innovation. But I want you to understand, and I know you do, that your decisions have real consequences. And when we stray away from making good, common sense business decisions and moral decisions, that we put a lot of things in jeopardy. And I know you know this, but we have people in America and people in this Congress that if you don't get it right, they're going to take control and they're going to get it right. And that scares the fire out of me. Because I believe that our free market and our capitalistic society is at stake. And I'm not trying to be overdramatic, but it rests on you. So please, get it right. Mr. Pandit, thank you for your report today. I look forward to taking a look at that, and I applaud you for getting that. I hope that you get all 435 members that information. I keep hearing from a lot of people that stability and consistency, certainty is what we need. What can the federal government do right now, in your opinion, that can help the stability and the certainty of the market today? Or is there anything we can do?
Congressman, we are amidst a once-in-many-generation economic event, and it really is about GDP and unemployment. We need to arrest that. And the plans that have been talked about so far, I think, are responsive. We have to stabilize housing. It started there. We need to fix it there. Keep people in their homes. Avoid foreclosures. Try to get that to stabilize. We need to make sure we get credit flowing again. And that is clearly a very important part of what the federal government and the Federal Reserve Bank can do. And we need to create jobs. I think those three are still the goals. We were pleased to see Treasury Secretary Geithner's report yesterday, but we're all awaiting a lot more details to see exactly how it's going to work.
To your point, you know, the federal government has done some things, and there's talk about spending this next $350 with Secretary Geithner. Do we need to take a wait-and-see approach, a little more measured approach now, Mr. Pandit, and say, let's let some of this stuff percolate before we commit anything else?
Congressman, that's a very good question. And, again, there are no easy answers to that. Let me tell you that we always deal with economics, but there is also an issue of confidence. And I don't have a formula as to how to fix confidence. We know what we can do economically. I think confidence is up to all of us here in this room, including the Treasury Secretary and the President and everybody else. And one thing we do know about confidence, when broken, you get to fixing it really fast.
Yeah. Mr. Diamond, same question. Is there anything that you know we can do to bring some certainty into the market, federal government?
I think that it's a combination. There's no one thing, but I think very well-designed fiscal stimulation. I know something got voted on in the conference today. I can't evaluate the effectiveness of all that because I'm not capable of doing that, but that's one piece. I think the Secretary of Treasury yesterday spoke about, if I remember correctly, 4 different types of things, greatly extended TARP, which I think will be helpful and important. Financing mortgages, making them both cheaper, more affordable, and we spoke earlier today about making mortgage modifications easier to do and quicker. The public-private bank and the stress testing and additional capital banks, if these things are done, they're done quickly, coordinated, consistent, fairly, I think they will have a very good effect and start to turn this around.
Thanks, sir. Mr. Lewis, do you believe that this TARP program has permanently changed the face of the free market system in the United States?
Well, it's certainly the most unusual thing I think we've ever done, at least in my almost 40 years in this industry. But I don't think it has to. I think you could have a scenario where the economy does improve, that the banks within the 3-year period do pay it back, and that we get back to normal. So I'm not so skeptical to say that we've turned the corner on that point.
Mr. Kelly, same question.
I
I would say the system is not permanently changed. I think there's a number of learnings in that we've had the worst economic downturn since the 30s. I think there's very good learnings from this. They're complicated. There's a lot of things we've got to do. I do think we have a very good chance to be able to, as a group, as the industry, to repay the TARP money and for the taxpayers to ultimately make a lot of money on it.
Guys, fix this thing so we can get out of this stuff. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.